The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like getting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. If you have any questions whatsoever during the program, people are standing by to answer them right now. The phone number's on the screen, 407-205-0400. If you want to start your house hunt, find that dream home this week, and you'll need to get pre-approved. Dallas Lehman standing by at the very same phone number. He will talk to you literally right now. You might have that pre-approval in your hand immediately. Great show in store today. You will not want to miss a single second. But first, the opening statement. You know, we talk to a lot of agents on the show. We see a lot of properties on the show. But literally, to kick off the show today, I have two of the smartest minds when it comes to real estate to really dive deep down into what is going on and help you decide if now is a good time to buy your house, a good time to sell your house, or what you should do with your house. We're also going to take a tour of a lot of different properties today. You're going to get a really good idea of what is actually on the market right now. What can you afford? Also, we'll talk a little bit about interest rates. Are they going to continue to go up? Are they going to go down, stay the same? What's going to go on this year? A lot of great questions that you have that I'm going to help you answer by asking real questions. Every Saturday here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. I'm excited to introduce you to two of our good friends, repeat visitors. Eric Mock is here. Hello, Eric. How are you?
I'm great.
And Ray Lopez is here. Ray, how have you been?
Fantastic, Justin.
How long has it been since I've seen you? A couple months?
Several
months?
Yeah,
it's been a little bit, right?
The last year.
Always a pleasure. And when I said brilliant minds to start the show, I meant that. I mean, when I think about real estate agents, brokers, when I think about the really smart ones, I think of you too, just right out of the gate. Ray, let me start with you, okay? Because you're never afraid. I know you do all the research. You're never afraid to say what's really going on out there. It's been a weird couple of years. Obviously been great for sellers, kind of rough for buyers, honestly. Things have slowed down a little bit, I guess. What is going on? What is your vision? What do you see happening this year?
Well, just in general, Justin, what we're doing is we're getting back to some sort of normalcy. Mm-hmm. So when we look at the last couple of years, you mentioned that. The problem is yes, it's good for sellers, but most sellers buy in the same market. So whether you're a good seller or a bad buyer, you're doing both. So the market has been unhealthy for the last couple of years, and COVID really super sped the market. And we've seen that all over the country. But more importantly, we're getting back to a balanced market to where it's good to buy and sell. And that's what we really did need.
You know, you just put two easy concepts together. When we put them together, it's actually really genius. You think, okay, because I've been sitting here on the show saying that the last 2 years have been great for sellers, bad for buyers. Mm-hmm. But they're buying in the same market.
That's right.
So it really hasn't been that great for sellers because they've become buyers.
They couldn't move.
They couldn't go anywhere. I mean, that's a really good point. And putting those two together is, it does show you that maybe this has been an unhealthy market for everyone in some ways. Eric, I mean, what do you think? You're down in the trenches as well. What are you seeing happening right now in the real estate market?
You know, just as Ray said, those 2 years were really what you would call an outlier, because that was not the norm. And everybody expected that to be the norm. They kind of got accustomed to that. Now they're seeing the market slow just a little bit, and they're all like, oh my goodness, now what's happened? And just as Ray said, it's now back to a more stable market. And it's certainly a market now for a buyer.
Right.
There's plenty of inventory out there. There's a lot of opportunity, and it's definitely a buyer's market. Sellers can sell. It might take a little bit longer than a couple hours, but it's a good market for both.
You know, we obviously have FoxNews.com, CNN, whatever, and national stories about real estate. So when you look at the United States on a map, okay, there's one real estate narrative for the United States. We're here in Central Florida. Are we in sort of a different bubble? Are we insulated from the national headlines when it comes to real estate?
Certainly here in Florida and the East Coast, there's been numerous articles written that they believe that all through 2023, the East Coast is still going to be a very good market. The West Coast is going to have a much larger correction. They had a much larger escalation in price rather quickly, and so you're seeing some of those West Coast markets have that reduction. You'll see some slight reductions here, but I sometimes think that the reductions that are here, in my opinion, are a better pricing, better listing price of the home, more realistic, in that process.
Ray, what do you think? I mean, we're here in Central Florida. Obviously, there's a national story, and then there's a local story with any sort of news item. But when it comes to real estate, how different are things here versus national?
Well, we're very lucky to live in one of the Sunbelt states. So when you look at Florida, you look at Texas, you look at Arizona, we have people coming in droves. So in 2022, we were actually the #1 move to state. So we netted more people than any other state, and it's the first time in 40 years.
Really?
So we always thought that we were always #1, right? But we actually were #1 this last year. And in that, so, these are the real numbers for Orlando, call it for Florida, because we're kind of the move to state right now. So when everybody talks about transactions going down in 2023, and you had just addressed that, the country's looking at 10 to 20% down in transactions. In Orlando, we're only looking at maybe 8% down. Why? Because we're still going to have people moving here. When people ask me, is it going to crash, Ray? Are we looking at 08, 09, 10 all over again? Well, with our inventory being down 30% to normal, the sellers still have some power and they don't have to give it away.
Right.
So we just addressed pricing correctly versus lowering pricing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's very well said. And let's look at some listings that you have going right now. Like, what's really on the market right now? What can you really buy right now? And Ray, let's start with you, Oviedo. Now, you and I lived in the foreclosure crisis together. We did so many short sales. I think we even did one in Oviedo together. But people who live in Oviedo don't want to leave Oviedo. They love it. Tell me about I can't read, or someone can't write. I'm not sure. What is it? Velveeta?
I love it. 2090 Velveteen Place.
Velveteen. Okay.
There you go. Close. No, close enough. The great thing about Oviedo is the schools, right? When you look at Seminole County, people move to Seminole County because across the board in this area, schools are the predominant thing. This particular house is really nice. It's a 4.5, 2,200 plus square feet. One of the things that people love that are moving to Florida has a pool, right? So has all the upgrade, has a pool. It's a very nice, the trails is a nice, desirable area. A little bit further out from Oviedo, so you're not dealing with all the traffic. Fantastic property.
Unbelievable. If you'd like to see this property in Oviedo, beautiful Oviedo, which is still growing up though. It's Oviedo's it's growing, yet it still feels kind of suburban. I like Oviedo a lot, and the schools are great, like you said. 407-205-0400. Paleo Court, like the diet?
Yep, there you go. Yeah, so this
I've never done the obviously I haven't done the diet.
Me and you both.
I've heard about it.
So when you look at Paleo Court, it is a man-gated community in Weston Bay. So what's nice is if you're worried about security, guess what? You have a man person at the gate 24 hours a day. This particular property backs up to a small pond and conservation, full-time conservation. It is a 4.3, so you get that extra bath. It does have a pool, really nice upgrades coming in at $575,000 open floor plan, very Florida-ish house.
Is this the Coe area? No,
It
where's
is.
what?
Okay.
Okay, Coe, yeah, West of Bay, nice area down there. I like it,
Very
and
nice.
big spacious home you have.
Yeah,
looks
very
very nice. And let's see, Eric, this is Winter Springs, Seminole County, of course. Great schools there. Carrington Avenue. Tell me about that one.
Yes, 1580 Carrington Avenue. This is in Carrington Woods. Just north of Winter Springs Boulevard, just west of the 417. This is a 4.3. It's just over 2,700 square feet. Has a pool. It's listed at $675. The roof was replaced in 2019. Interior, exterior paint was redone. Hybrid water heater in 21. Pool deck redone. So this is a great opportunity for an individual looking in that area.
It looks brand new inside. The pictures are really amazing. And affordable price point as well. And if you'd like to see this one, 407-205-0400. Obviously with buyers right now, they are concerned about the interest rates, and they have gone up. They've skyrocketed in a lot of ways. But still, I think maybe a better time now for a buyer, because you don't really marry the interest rate, you marry the house. Is that what I hear?
You date the rate.
You date the rate.
Yeah.
And because I don't believe that I don't think this government's going to let interest rates go to 17% again, are they? Is there any way they're going to let that happen?
Well, you wouldn't think so. You never know, right? Because we don't have a crystal ball. But you know, when you look at what's happened, the Fed had to do what they had to do to slow everything down. Inflation was growing rampant, and really the Fed is the biggest determiner of what's going on in the housing market. We used to think it was supply and demand, and that is a big part. But us seeing the rates go from 3% to 7.5% for the whole month of October really put the brakes on the market.
Yeah.
So
Sure did, no doubt about it. Ray, keep up the good work. Gainesville and the Orlando area, huh? This man stays busy.
Thank you.
How do you like Gainesville? Oh, you're a Gator fan, right?
I am a Gator fan.
So you like going up
Me
there.
and Dallas.
I understand why you took the Keller Williams location
Heck
up there.
yeah.
And your son is there too, right?
It is, master's program.
Unbelievable, that's amazing. Eric Mock, great job as always, buddy. Are you a Gator as well?
No,
Should be.
I'm not.
Who's your college football team?
I'm actually from Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
So I'm one of those people that waits years and years to
Beautiful.
enjoy one championship.
Yeah, awesome.
They'll be back.
Great to see you guys as always. And guess what? After this, we're going to take some tours of some properties in New Smyrna Beach. What's going on out there? You Have Real Estate continues. If you own a house that is your most valuable possession, you need to know what windows you have. Why don't you think about your windows? Do you have any idea that your windows really dictate your electricity bill every single month? There's one place to turn in this community for windows in your house, and it's certainly Renewal by Anderson. Dan Brigman joins me. You're family to me at this point, let's be honest. I love you, I love your family. But the Renewal by Anderson family is what makes you so trustworthy. The culture there, it's a family.
Absolutely, Justin. And by the way, glad to be here. And yeah, it's our people, it's our process, it's our product, but it's our people more than anything. When we come out to your house, it's all about you. It's about we're going to treat your home as if it's our own. We're going to do the same with your family.
I put a QR code on the screen for you, and Dan is offering you an unbelievable deal today. If you go to the QR code, you're going to send an email. What do they get?
Man, you buy one window, get 40% off the next, almost unheard of. We're excited.
Unbelievable. And then you talk about the electricity bill, because windows, I don't think people understand how important the windows are to the electricity bill every month, and the electricity bills are skyrocketing.
It's extremely important, and glass in your house takes up over 25% of the square footage of your wall space in your home. So that's the equivalent of one full wall in your house. Imagine sun hitting that all day long and all of that heat coming in.
A lot of people think window replacement would be very expensive. Sometimes we can do it for free. When you think about monthly payment over time, no interest, the money you save on your electricity bill, it's free.
Absolutely. By the time you put all the factors together, the energy savings, the curb appeal, the resale value, all of these things just add up. And then you got the financing that we have going on right now. Zero interest, 2.9, things that you just don't see anymore.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. If you own a house, thank you, Dan, as always. If you own a house, you need to send us a message right now. You will not be disappointed. Renewal by Anderson. Welcome back to the show. One of the reasons I love doing this program is because we really get to go together on tours of places all across Central Florida. We've already been to Orange County. We've already been to Seminole County, Oviedo, Winter Springs. We're going to go to Volusia County. We're going to go all the way down to Polk County here together. I'm going to do so with our good friends, Tonya Rivers. Hello, how are you?
Hello, thanks for having me.
You got it. Trent Shackelford as well. Trent, how are you, buddy?
Doing well, thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Your focus really, Tonya, is that sort of Osceola, Polk County area. How would you describe that area to someone from out of town?
That's a great question. That area is beautiful because you're on the outskirts. You're still connected, to get easy access to I-4 and some of the highways, but you're getting a great price point because you're not paying the Disney prices, if you will. Right. So you're still getting a good value. And that's what everybody is after. And
then Trent, you're up mostly in Volusia, Seminole area. How would you describe that area to someone moving into Central Florida?
Yeah, so Volusia is a great area. Sometimes I find that you can definitely get a little more for your money in that county specifically. And then Seminole County itself is just a very hot market. Great schools, a great place to raise a family, and which has been very consistent and doing well over there.
How important do you guys think that local is when choosing a real estate agent? And my example would be, let's say I'm buying something in Polk County, I call you. I buy something in Volusia, I call you. Does it make a difference? I mean, you know the area better up there, you know the area better down there. Do you think that local is better when it comes to hiring a real estate agent?
I think it's one of the key factors. I mean, a lot of people want familiarity. You want to know what the corner store markets are. You want to know if there's boutiques, the eateries, you know, the fun spots to hang out. That's important. But, you know, Central Florida has some amazing real estate agents that are familiar with so many areas. And so you travel, right? Because the I-4 and the other highways, you're traveling an hour and a half each way. So you get to know a lot of the different counties and cities and areas. And I think, so local matters to a little bit, but I think, you know, as agents, we're in the streets. You know, we have our ear to the pavement, and we will find out if we don't know what that culture is in those different areas. What do you think, Trent?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I think, you know, you definitely have more familiarity in like the Osceola County area. So for someone representing over there, I would recommend you because it's like, you know, the schools better, you know, the restaurants, you know, what that area provides. Whereas Seminole, I'd be, you know, able to elaborate more on certain things.
Do you ever find yourself in a position where you know your area as well, and then you'll see something like, oh, A-rated schools, but you know it's not, and like you have a buyer like, I know it says A-rated, but it's not, or maybe they're not rated well, and you're like, it's a great school. Do you ever see that come up?
You do see that because sometimes, you know, as you know, you have Google, you have Bing, you have all these internet searches, and you know, unfortunately, not everyone takes the opportunity to write good reviews. You find, I mean, how many times do you go to a restaurant and you had an amazing experience, but you don't write a review? So a lot of those reviews, you know, the numbers are based on all of the people that maybe had a negative one-time experience or scenario, and then everything is, you know, cumulative effort, and that school becomes a one-rated school because the other 697 amazing experiences aren't reported. So we do have that, but we're able to get in there. And
all these review sites. I wish we could review our teachers growing up, like elementary school. I would have reviewed second grade Miss Tilly. It would have been 1 star.
She believed in you, though.
I don't know if she did. She didn't put me on safety patrol is what I remember, and I was very disappointed. All right, let's go up to New Smyrna Beach, Trent. Venetian Palms, tell me about this.
Yeah, so that listing address is 223 Venetian Palms Boulevard. It's actually located back in Venetian Bay itself.
It's a nice area.
Awesome area, about 10 to 15 minutes from the beach, major golf community. So, you know, you have your golf carts, they maintain the land very well, and this build itself was actually, it's a D.R. Horton build, built in 2020. A lot of great upgrades. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath, 3-car garage, so. That's
a great property. If you want to see any of these properties, or you want to go check out the area of Volusia, Seminole, Trent will be happy to show you. Phone number's on the screen, 407-205-0400. Now, where my office is located is Maitland, Florida. You have a listing in Maitland. Tell me about Flame.
Yep. So that's 234 Flame Avenue over there in Maitland, Florida. This is a gem of a property. You're looking at 3,854 square feet.
Big.
It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage pool home, actually located back in Hidden Estates, which is a very desirable community in Maitland. Not a lot goes for sale back there. Great resale value with this home, and just overall a really good property.
We'll love it. That's a big house. It's a big house from Maitland.
Tons of space.
Yeah, and a nice pool in the back, no screen. I like that place a lot. Maitland's a good area. And as promised, Tonya knows everything about Osceola and Polk County. And we're going to take you to Polk County now. This is down in Davenport, Whittier Street. Tell me about this one, Tonya.
It is. It's 505 Whittier Street. And what's amazing about this is I'm, you know, Florida's #1 relocation agent, so everyone's looking at investment property, right? This one is zoned for short-term and long-term rental in Davenport, so you can get your Airbnb income coming in. It's a beautiful 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, beautiful place with a fenced-in backyard. It's on a beautiful lot, backs up to the conservatory, so you have, you know, protection, no neighbors in the back, beautiful pool, screened in, 30 minutes from Disney. So you have a basketball court, you have walking trails, you have volleyball, and you're an hour and a half from beaches. So just a great property listed at 409.
That's what I love about investing in the Four Corners area. It's that Airbnb and the tourist money that some people buy down there, live there, and then they decide they want to leave, and they don't ever sell the house because it's a great rental for them. I think it's a great investment area for sure.
It is very, very good. So.
It is unbelievable. 407-205-0400. Predictions for the real estate market this year, Trent?
Yeah, so I mean, definitely with interest rates rising, we did see a little bit of a correction. You know, things got healthy, but as of late, I mean, still a lot of people buying, still a lot of people looking to sell. Interest rates have gone down just a little bit.
Yep.
But I see it staying healthy throughout the new year and business being consistent.
Tonya.
Very nice. I think that at this point, you just need to, if you're a buyer and you're in the market and you're looking for something, consider affordability and your long-term plan. If you're going to be in that home for 3 to 5 years, if you're just looking for something quick, take your time, but there's inventory out there and to find what you like.
I agree.
Yep.
Great to see you, Tonya, Trent. Excellent work today, as always. I apologize to you, Miss Tilly. It would have been 2 stars. After all, you have real estate. Continues. If you own a house, you can imagine the roof is probably the most important part of your house. You see a leak, this is a very bad day for you. We have a lot of bad roofing companies out there. We call them storm chasers, in fact. Universal Roofing Contracting joins me. Justin, Corey, you guys are not storm chasers. You've been around for many, many years in this market, and really the best in the business, and Hall of Fame guest for me as well. What I've done, though, is I put a QR code on the screen for you. All you have to do is scan your phone on the QR code, and we're getting 15% off free roof inspection. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so it's a 15% off a full roof replacement. We do offer free inspections. What you do is you just give us a call, schedule an appointment. We will show up on time as scheduled, provide a free full point inspection, share photos with you, and let you know exactly what you're looking at, what your options are, and decide which path to walk you down. But ultimately, we're going to approach roofing whatever serves you the best.
A lot of people are in this black hole of fighting with their insurance company, their attorney, the public adjuster, whatever, and literally have a tarp on their roof for 2-3 years sometimes while everyone fights it out. The roof is important. If you don't address your roof issue now, damage can occur in your house. What can happen?
Mold is probably one of the biggest. We have homeowners that have to move out of their property for months at a time just to get the mitigation done of the mold. So if you're seeing any of those brown spots in the ceiling, if you see a missing shingle in the yard, granule loss, any of those are great reasons for us to come do an inspection and kind of get ahead of that, making sure that you're not going to have those kind of issues.
When it comes to roofing, I think that trust is maybe the most important part of hiring a great roofing company. Why do I trust Universal Roofing Contracting?
Family-owned, veteran-owned, 3 decades in your own backyard, community roofer. Any other reasons are good as the next one. It's just we serve the community. We wear our consultant's hat first, but we're just there to serve and take care of you the best way.
Football team coming to town, I heard?
Yeah. The Orlando Guardians. We just became the official roofing partner of the new Orlando Guardians XFL team. We're super happy about that. Looking forward to a great season.
I love you guys. Do yourself a favor. Need a new roof? There's only one place. It's Universal Roof and Contracting. Some would say we save the best for the last. Always happy to be joined by our good friends, Matt Miller. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Hi. Thanks for having me today.
Josefina Ruiz. Welcome back.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Here's why I wanted to talk about it this week. And you have not 1, but 2 open houses that literally you can go check out their open houses today in very different parts of Central Florida. What you have to understand is our DMA, our viewership is very large. That's what I really like about this program is I can show you listings from Volusia County all the way down to almost Lakeland here. And the areas are very different. The markets are very different. But here are 2 properties you can see right now. And Matt, you spent a lot of time in Volusia County. I know that's where you live. Yes. You have a lot of listings there. But literally we have an open house Sunday this weekend, tomorrow, on this, not Kentucky, I'm sorry, the address, Neverland Drive.
Yep.
Tell me about this property.
2987 Neverland Drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, D.R. Horton built home in Coastal Woods. Ready to move in right now. So they are offering seller concessions on this property.
Wow.
So as everyone knows, rates are competitive right now. They're on the high end, so you can get your rate bought down. Fenced-in backyard, close to the amenities, short walk to the community pool, pickleball courts, so it's ready to go.
We talked about pickleball before the show. That's why Matt's mentioning that. And if you're looking for something closer to the downtown area, south of downtown, St. Cloud, a great area, and you have a open house today.
Yeah,
actually,
it's today.
Tell me about Kentucky.
Yeah, from 11 a.m. it started already, but it's until 3 p.m. today. So we have great agents there on the open house today waiting for you to see this beautiful, fully remodeled, 3-bedroom, 3-bath home. Very walking distance to this downtown St. Cloud. Brand new laminate flooring throughout the entire home. Brand new bathroom, stainless steel appliances, open concept kitchen, granite countertop. You need to stop by and come see it. We'll be there till 3 p.m. today.
1102 Kentucky. That looks like a great place. I love St. Cloud. It's an evolving community, so to speak. Used to be very rural. It's really growing up a lot.
It really is. And what I like about this location, because it has grown a lot, and you have now a mix of just single individual homes throughout the city of St. Cloud and also developing communities nearby. But it's definitely very very well located
Yeah,
near
it's-
major highways and all of that.
And then smack between St. Cloud and New Smyrna Beach, we have a city called Sanford, a city I know pretty well at this point. Cypress Avenue. Matt, tell me about this listing.
It's at 3803 Cypress Avenue in Sanford. It's right at Lake Mary Boulevard and where the 417 meet. So it's in that easy access area. It's a 3-2. So it is listed to sell right now. The seller there is also offering concessions to help somebody get into it. Needs a little bit of updating, but it's great for somebody, first-time home buyer, somebody that's looking to get in there and rent a property.
Buyers are scared right now when it comes to rates, and I'm trying to tell you as a buyer on this show that I think it's a great time for buyers. I know rates are higher, you can buy them down, you can refinance later, but when you compare right now what it's like as a buyer as it was a year and a half ago, isn't it better now to be a buyer?
100%, so much better to be a buyer. Less competition, less headache, not overpriced homes.
Yeah.
So definitely it's the right time to buy, 100%.
What do you think,
Don't
Matt?
agree?
What are you seeing?
Yeah, it is. I'm also a licensed mortgage broker, and we're seeing a lot of the buy downs right now. So it's an amazing product to get somebody in to be able to refinance when the rate goes. It's not as competitive now. And if rates don't come down, you'll be happy that you're at the rate you are after the buy down period extends.
Totally agree. Now, what are we seeing right now? Are we seeing it continue to lessen on the seller side a little bit when it comes to the advantage?
I believe so. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Slowing down.
go ahead.
Houses are staying on the market a little longer, but they're still getting attraction.
Right.
They're still getting action. They're still being viewed, and buyers are showing interest. But definitely longer days on the market. But it's more healthier market, like I said. I think here a couple of weeks ago.
Are there still bidding wars out there? Or is
I
that ship
currently
sailed?
don't have any right now.
Really?
So right now you're looking at an average in Volusia County anywhere from 60 to 80 days that houses are on the market right now.
Really?
So now is the time to get out there and start looking.
I
It
totally,
really is.
I totally agree.
You could now think through buying a house instead of trying to compete with 20 other buyers and maybe making a purchase on the spot and then regret it. Now you really have time to analyze and before you buy.
I'm seeing a lot of buyers that have buyer's remorse right now from what they did a year ago, just because they were throwing so many offers against the
Yes,
wall, just hoping
exactly.
that something would stick. And a lot of times nothing would stick, but they kind of bought something they weren't in love with. Now, as a buyer, you can buy something that you can fall in love with because you don't have to throw 100 offers out there. You can actually find the house that you love, you know?
Right. New construction too right now is a great hot spot.
Absolutely.
So many people are falling out of contract because they were approved at such a low rate, and now the rates are higher. The completion's coming to the house and they can't get into it because they don't qualify.
Absolutely. Matt, Josefina, thank you both so much. I love having you both on the show. Come back anytime. Thank you to all of our guests today, but most importantly, thank you for joining me here on You Have Real Estate every single week. And you want to get pre-approved, you can do that. Any questions, you want to see any of these listings, call the number on the screen. Thank you for joining me today. I'm attorney Justin Clark, and I'll see you next week for more You Have Real Estate.
You can be an agent that struggles to get ahead in the competitive real estate world, or you can learn from the best and achieve success. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com and sign up for the Jumpstart program. Get coaching tips and important tools that will help you jumpstart your real estate career. Sign up today and get 10% off your Jumpstart program when you use code word LEARN. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com today and gain the real estate knowledge you need to succeed.
Do you want to feature your home for free on our show? My name is Vivian Lehman with You Have Realty, and we've come up with a comprehensive marketing strategy to get your home sold quickly. Whether buying or selling, we have all the resources for your real estate transaction: builder, insurance, title, mortgage, and we might even know Justin Clark. All under one roof. Call us at 407-205-0400.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.